Have you ever wondered what true love looks like? Not the kind that's loud on social media or dressed up in grand gestures, but the kind that shows up in quiet, consistent ways without ever needing a reason. Today, we're diving into the 5 powerful things a person who truly loves you will give you. Not because they have to, not because it's expected, but simply because love lives in their actions. When someone gives you these 5 things, hold on to them. You may have something rare and real. 1. Unconditional support. This means being there for you, not just when things are going well, but also when things are falling apart. A person who truly loves you doesn't just celebrate your ups. They're there for your downs. Think about the people who disappear when life gets tough. Now think of someone who stays. That's what unconditional support is. Being there when it's uncomfortable, showing up when it's inconvenient. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe you're struggling with mental health. Maybe you just feel lost. Someone who truly loves you doesn't give you space in a way that feels like abandonment. They give you support that says you are not alone. It's emotional presence. It's words of encouragement. It's checking in on you when they know you're not okay. They won't always have solutions, but they'll sit with you in silence. They'll walk through the fog with you. They support your dreams, even if they don't fully understand them. They will say, if it's important to you, it's important to me. And that alone can be the wind beneath your wings. When you're exhausted and thinking of giving up, their voice will be your reminder to hang on a little longer. They cheer you on when you win, and when you lose, they don't make you feel less than. They remember the little things, like your big meeting, your rough week, or that one goal you're afraid to chase. They bring you coffee when you're tired. They send you a kind note when you're stressed, and sometimes they just sit next to you in quiet companionship, which is more healing than 1,000 words. Unconditional support doesn't mean agreeing with everything or fixing everything. It means staying, listening, and believing in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. They don't look for reasons to justify their presence. They are the reason. Their loyalty doesn't depend on your success or your ability to stay positive. Their love doesn't waver when you're at your weakest. In fact, that's when they lean in closer. When someone supports you without needing a reason, you begin to feel safe in a world that often isn't. And that kind of love, it's not just comforting, it's transformative. 2. Honesty. If someone really loves you, they're not afraid to be real. Not rude, not cruel, but real. They tell you the truth, not to hurt you, but to build something strong with you. Honesty is vulnerability. It's someone saying, this is how I feel, even if it's scary. It's someone telling you what they think, not just what you want to hear. Many people avoid honesty because it's uncomfortable, but someone who loves you knows that silence builds walls and lies build cracks. Honesty builds bridges. This person will admit when they're wrong. They'll tell you when something you've done has hurt them. They'll tell you their fears, their insecurities, and their dreams because they trust you with their truth. And they'll invite your honesty too. They won't punish you for telling them how you feel. Instead, they'll make room for open dialogue. They won't sugarcoat things to keep the peace, because they know the peace that comes from avoidance is temporary and often toxic. Instead, they'll choose the discomfort of truth to build long-term trust. Honesty doesn't always feel good in the moment. It might sting. It may challenge you. But in the hands of someone who loves you, it's never used as a weapon. It's used as a tool for connection. They'll tell you the truth even if it risks conflict because the integrity of the relationship is more important to them than short-term harmony. They'd rather have a difficult conversation now than let unspoken issues turn into emotional distance later. They don't manipulate, exaggerate, or distort the facts. They don't play games or keep you guessing. You always know where you stand because they choose to keep you grounded in reality, not fantasy. When love is rooted in honesty, it creates a safe emotional environment. You can express your true self without fear of judgment. You can be imperfect and still be accepted. This level of emotional freedom is one of the greatest gifts of love. In a world full of filters and facades, someone who gives you the raw, respectful truth, that's someone who values your connection enough to keep it real. That's someone who really loves you. Number 3, time. Someone who truly loves you will give you his time, not just out of obligation, but out of desire. Love doesn't rush. It doesn't squeeze you into an already full schedule. It makes room. In a world where everyone is busy, choosing to spend time with someone is one of the most powerful acts of love. It says, I care about you more than anything else I could be doing right now. This doesn't always mean big dates or long weekends. Sometimes it's just being there, sitting with you after a long day, sharing a quiet meal, going for a walk, watching a movie and talking about life during the credits. It's in the little things. Responding to your messages with intention, remembering to check in, staying present in conversations without distraction, not just scrolling while pretending to listen, but actually being there. Time is the currency of life, and when someone gives you theirs, freely, consistently, and with joy, it's because they truly value you. They don't make you feel like a burden because you want their presence. They want to be with you, not because they have nothing else to do, but because nothing else compares. Love shows up not only in the quality of time, but also in the consistency of time. Not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. They make time in chaos, not just in calm. Even when they are apart, someone who loves you will find ways to stay close. They'll send a quick message, leave a voice message, or plan the next time you'll meet. They don't disappear when life gets busy. They adapt because connection is more important than convenience. And remember, time spent without distraction, without rushing, without looking at the clock, that's sacred. That's someone saying, you're not just a part of my life, you are a priority in it. When someone gives you time without agenda, without reward, without conditions, they're giving you something irreplaceable. Because time is the one thing we can't get back, and choosing to spend it with you, that's love. 4. Respect. A person who really loves you respects your boundaries. They don't push when you say no. They don't manipulate you with guilt. They honor your past, your dreams, your individuality. Respect looks like asking instead of assuming. It sounds like, what do you need right now, instead of, you're overreacting. It feels like you are safe in their presence, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. True love respects your opinions, even when they don't agree. It respects your time, your body, your values. And here's the key. Respect shows up not only in how someone treats you, but in how they talk about you when you're not around. Do they defend you? Do they lift you up? Do they honor your name? Love without respect eventually turns to resentment, but love with respect, that's where loyalty grows. That's where love endures. And finally, number 5, effort. Love that is real tries. It doesn't give up when things get hard. It doesn't get lazy when you're official. It keeps getting to know you, keeps finding ways to make you smile, keeps fighting for you, not with you. A person who really loves you doesn't stop choosing you. Not just on the first day, but every day after. They show effort not just in big romantic gestures, but in the little things. Remembering how to take your coffee, holding your hand when you're scared, choosing to resolve conflict instead of walking away. Effort is evidence of care, and caring is the heartbeat of love. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to earn it. You want to give it just because it feels right to love you. And yes, effort looks different to everyone. Some people show it in words. Others show it through acts of service. But one thing remains the same. Someone who truly loves you shows up. So let's recap. A person who truly loves you will give to you 1. Unconditional support, because they believe in you even when you can't. 2. Honesty, because truth is the deepest language of love. 3. Time, because you're not just a priority, you're their priority. 4. Respect, because true love never diminishes who you are. 5. Effort, because choosing you isn't something they do once, it's something they do every day. These are not things you should ever have to beg for. These aren't things anyone should withhold from you unless you earn them. When someone truly loves you, these 5 gifts flow naturally, not perfectly, but consistently. Not for show, but from the heart. Not for a reason, just because. If you found someone like that, cherish them. And if you're still waiting, don't settle, because such love exists, and you deserve nothing less. If this touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.